How's it going, guys? It's Mr. Lo4f, and today I'm going to go and do a contract called Urban Industry. It's a bit of a short, sweet one. This one, it was the one I was actually going to do yesterday. But I had the Mac Defense, and I was kind of like, it's a fairly quick truck, and it'd probably be a bit of a quick mission. So I ended up picking the one that kind of took me a lap of the map. But I've got the Kenworth 963 for this one, which is a little bit slower anyway. Plus, I've just been a little bit busy tonight, a bit of a busier morning, so I've not got too much time. Yeah, the lines I've drawn are a bit confusing, but I'm going to cut over the water where the ferry would normally take you, up to the farm for consumables, double back to the sawmill for one lot of wooden planks, and then yeah, you're kind of taking it just down, basically on the other side of the water again where the ferry takes you, to a warehouse there. And the main reason I've picked this mission, why it was kind of quite high on the list, it unlocks a warehouse, so I kind of wanted to get them done sooner rather than later. Again, unblocking some of the roads are a fairly high priority for me as well, but then I also kind of figured if I get the warehouses done first, I've not specifically looked, I'd say there's chances are whatever fixes like the bridges and all sorts, we probably already have access to the cargo, but just even hypothetically, if nothing else, it kind of seems good practice to unlock the warehouses first, so you've got, you know, maybe there's multiple options, then locations you can get cargo from to fix roads and that. But yeah, I want to get this one sort of done sooner rather than later. Like I say, pretty simple. Only need a 3-slot sideboard for this one, 2 lots of consumables from the farm, and 1 lot of wooden planks. So, and yeah, again, I mean, it is a pretty simple mission, but I don't mind. It's one of them again where if you wanted to make this, even a mission like this, back into a 20-minute, half an hour mission, I mean, you could go all out and try and bring like a highway truck or something, but even then you can go and pick, you know, one of the sort of early game trucks, the Fleet Star, I don't know, a Kodiak C70, stuff like that you could kind of then, yeah, make the mission a little bit more difficult than it would otherwise be. But as these are new trucks, and yeah, I do like this Kenworth, even though it's, yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not going to pick it over like the Dolphin or something, but it seems like a fun little truck to drive around. As for the tyres as well, I've heard that the muds are better than these, but these are 71-inch tyres, and it drops the other ones to 69, and oh, I have to say that's what she said for that one. Yeah, just on principle, I don't like it when they force you to get smaller tyres. I believe apparently someone said it's just in testing, I think it was when they put the muds on as 71-inch tyres, they were having like issues. I can't remember if they said it was catching the trailer or the sideboard. There was just something going on, so they've ended up dropping it down. Yeah, so just on principle, I like to take out the biggest tyres I can, but I kind of was aware of that fact when I was driving tonight, so I kind of figured tonight I'll take these tyres out and pay attention, and even if I end up doing it just a quick bit of testing on my own that doesn't make it into a video, I can equip one of these kind of same setup with the 69-inch tyres and then kind of do the same run again. Really, it's only nip into the farm and the sawmill, and yeah, just see if there is kind of any difference. There may well be, but you know, if it's only like a 5% gain, I'm not too fussed. I certainly overall driving this thing with these tyres, which I do like quite a lot, is the looks of the tyres, which matters quite a lot as well. I often, to be honest, when I go through various tyres on vehicles, if there's 3 or 4 different types of muds, I kind of know a little bit more-ish, like, say that very loosely, but I just pick whatever the best looking tread pattern is, really. Within a group, though, I wouldn't go and pick, like, highway tyres if they just happen to look the best. But yeah, once you're into each group, like off-roads and muds and all that, I just pick whatever ones look nice. Yeah, for the farm, flick the loaf out. I didn't hit the handbrake in time though, so it kind of fell off the back. Consumables, yeah, 2 of them. Rescue me loaf. I mean, it doesn't matter when he falls off like that, and just yeah, put a winch on, pull him forward, job's a good one. But obviously, yeah, from the back, looks like someone just jump scared him. Good news though, the zombie winch still working. I'll be honest tonight with the footage. I've done loads of little edits because I was in one of them really zoned out moods again where I just kept drifting off. into my own world every 2 minutes. So half the time, yeah, I was just staring even when I was clicking on the pieces of footage to edit this tonight. The actual doing these missions was like the first 2 pieces of footage. The last 6 were me parked up, saving like 30 seconds of footage, and then 30 seconds later going, oh, I'll just save that footage. Like, oh, did I save it? I'll save it again. So yeah, one of them nights. It's funny, I've not driven this for a couple of days, and as soon as I started up tonight, it's yeah, the engine sound is bloody nice. As soon as I heard it, it was like, oh yes, I get to listen to this thing purr and tick away. I mean, all in all, for the most part, I think as far as phases go, especially when it was a couple of weeks ago, we were sort of talking on the live stream, like what's everyone's overall opinion on what you'd consider the worst phase in terms of like what vehicles you got and how sort of useless they were and all the rest of it. What ended up winning in the end? It was a good one as well. Oh yeah, it was Burning Mill, which had the Sprinter rally truck, which wasn't even great. I'd say the Dolphin objectively is better than that, and you couldn't really have any add-ons. And then that 4x4 vehicle, which nothing against it, it's just, especially like on that map, it got bogged down in the mud quite a bit. Yeah, pretty, yeah, bland. Whereas by comparison, yeah, both of these trucks, to be honest, will and have kind of made it into my rotation of trucks that I will kind of seriously consider for various different missions. So yeah, can't really knock it. I mean, even like the back on that, yeah, the Don region, we got the Phoenix and the Tatra Force. Like, I'd say that was one of the weaker regions we've been given, but at least the trucks we got for it were nice. This, I would say, looks, yeah, overall is on the higher end of like the phases we've had, and the trucks are, yeah, not bad either. Down there, then I got some like anti-tank concrete pyramid, probably so I don't smash into the crane. It's going to take more than that concrete pyramid to stop me doing that. Yeah, need one lot of wooden planks. Pretty simple. Jump your loaf off. Look him going, see? Pop your little wheels off. Got to make room for that cargo. Doing it again, another edit, because I was just kind of sitting there staring into space. Around here, it's as well driving this tonight. Not that I think the steering is like horrific for this vehicle and the sides of it and all the rest of it, but yeah, having then driven this, the Mac Defense, doing like the review video, and then I've done it in a couple of videos as well. You know, just the turn is actually quite nice on the Mac, but just because it's a smaller, more normal sized truck, yeah, driving this thing tonight, I certainly went wide on a few corners. Kind of need to get back into the habit of turning early. You just quickly sent in the loaf for that log bridge or sawmill bridge or whatever. Yeah, just so that's on the list. Although it is nice, just a little quick blast with a loaf there. It's previous phases, even just that little muddy section going to there. And it's not just the loaf, it was like all scouts. They kind of, as soon as you touch even like a muddy road like that, they'd go quite slow. And to be fair, and I even sort of did it then, it's just like autopilot, sort of muscle memory do it by now. With a loaf, I cut down the side of roads really, just because sometimes the mud's OP for no reason. And I have kind of noticed this more recently in the game in general. I think Albany River was getting better for it. There was a few sections where the mud was a bit strong, but even the loaf, like going down sort of, yeah, just driving through those kind of level of dirt roads, it doesn't hold scouts back as much as it used to, which I think is good, because it actually, and I mean a good example is the exploration videos I've done for the most recent phase. I often take a loaf with me anyway, because I just like taking a loaf with me. But in this phase in particular, it was actually exploring it. It was like made a lot of sense to just tow a loaf around with me like I am now, really. Keep deploying the loaf up through the trees and to each watchtower. But yeah, even then, there was like various dirt roads and all that, but it seems they've balanced it a little bit better. And yeah, I think that's good, because overall the scouts have as someone said again, I mean, and I said it ages ago with the when I was exploring, like talking probably back on the original maps, you're best off taking a truck for the most part, because it's something like the Taiga that's a fairly nimble truck and all the rest of it anyway. Plus, obviously, when I pair up trucks, so I take Dolphin and Lo4f or whatever, that was kind of the point, was I'm still driving a truck then, but I've got a Lo4f if I tip, and spares and repairs, and just general moral improvement. All kinds of good things, really. But yeah, I kind of had the best of both worlds, but it's nice to see they are actually. I just thought I'd mention it because some of us have said before that they, yeah, you don't gain a hell of a lot from, say if they give us a new scout, I mean, using that Burnham Mill as an example, where they give us that Gore by 4, it's a scout anyway, so even if it was half decent, it's like, you may as well take a truck because you've got sideboard options and cargo delivery options. I still think they need to add a saddle to the horse, and he's a goddamn horse. Speaking of which, actually, yeah, when you complete the mission, it says something like, when the pros are at work, it shows, like, wow. He is a goddamn professional, I'll give him that. But yeah, overall that mission done, 4,200 or something, not too fussed about that. It just opens, this is a warehouse though, got a little animation when I built it. And yeah, in the warehouse is a large pipe, that's what she said. Cargo container, that's what I said. And small pipes, that's how it ended. What a fun 8 seconds it was. Yeah, I think it's pretty good that they've added kind of more custom cargo, because I wasn't sure when I was unlocking this, it may end up just being, say, another place I could get the concrete slabs and stuff like that. But yeah, it appears they are actually adding more custom cargo, so I've not looked through the missions yet, but clearly it's going to be for something, so there's going to be some mission or contract coming up that's going to need large pipes, small pipes, and cargo container. But yeah, that's about it. I ended up just moving the truck. That warehouse, just the yard's pretty small, so I thought I'd move this out of the way. But yeah, that's about it for today though. I hope you enjoyed, I hope that helps. Thanks for watching, thanks to my Patreon members. Get yourself a loaf because he's a beast, and I'll be back soon.